Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So, back here doing some odd jobs, the bonus jobs and so forth in Powerwash Simulator 1 as I kind of wait for them to fix really the annoying control issue where the mouse and the joystick are kind of fighting each other and you can't always move things around. So we'll be returning to Powerwash Simulator 2, but I've always said, hey, I kind of want to go ahead and get some stuff done and make further progress on this as well to, enjoy what we have here. So I'm thinking the satellite dish is going to be huge. I'm not sure that the solar station is going to be any less huge. I mean, in theory, it should go that way, so maybe we'll do this. And we'll see where we're at. All right, Debo Chubb. How you doing, Doc? I'm a friend of Cal's. He gave me your deets. Says you do a great job. I've been asked on behalf of my client to get a power washer down to the county observatory to help clean up. It had a quiet reopening a few months back, but it looks like whoever it is that put up the cash ain't too happy about the results they've been getting, hence getting you in. Don't ask me who it is or what's going on. I have no clue. I'm just the caretaker. All right, so we're going to go ahead, get this on, and yeah, I'm guessing we need to do this. Yep, I guess you heard a lot of the theories behind all the mad stuff that's happening right now. So the biggest thing that, I noticed is obviously they did release these as things went on, and I think to some degree, like, these first levels have something to do with the early job. Seriously, it feels like whoever I talk to, I'm only ever 3 go-ons away from hearing something completely insane. So yeah, I think, because they were talking about all the cats and the mayor and all that other stuff. So yeah, I think we're early on, like the mayor hadn't skipped town yet, all of that wasn't going on. Interesting where can I see the bottom? Like, I don't understand how we have so much of the control room cooling unit to go. I do have to get used to tab, and because it's Q to see the dirty parts in the other thing, because tab does something else. So yeah, this may be one of the crazy jobs even with the extra speed, but so we'll see, because that's my worry, is that some of these are just going to be so long that it just would take a lot of time to get through them, but we only find out by doing things, because I was tempted to just do some of the quick and easy ones, but then all I've got left is really hard ones. And I'm sure when these came out, they were like, oh yeah, we'll give you 2 or 3 things, and then, people can work on them for a few months while the next Muckingham Files is being worked on, type of thing. So yeah, the corrugation is a bit much here. There we go. If nothing else, we'll just, we'll make some good money. We'll be able to get some achievements with things we need cash for. So I am enjoying Powerwash Simulator 2. I think they did a great job. There's definitely some new mechanics that I found really intriguing, where there's like, you can't get inside something until you get outside. Alright, what am I see there's some trim here. I'm missing something. There we go. Alright. So I think at this point we have that. Let's just see, is there anything else? No, so I think it's just this room and then all of this. Where, see, what we don't have is, like, we can go inside things in Powerwash Simulator 2, like this door might eventually open, but we don't have that dynamic Man, it's almost like corrugated concrete, and there's like stuff in the nooks and crannies. It's interesting. So yeah, I think all of this, the entrance is the inside, the outside. But yeah, we're gonna have to climb a lot, so it's gonna be a lot, is what it'll be. So yeah, we have the trim, we have the pedestal. Yeah, wow. Yeah, this will be a big thing, so I'm hoping the solar station isn't even bigger, because that's a bit of my concern, is like, my goodness, if we have, oh, okay, we have a walkway, which is nice, because then maybe we don't need to just clean from the scaffold. That's what I was worried about. I will kind of do this out here. Not sure I like the texture, because it really does seem, I don't understand how we're not with 3 nozzles spraying through the handrail, but we're not. Anyway, I'll worry about the pathway later, but I'm thinking it just gets me up a bit. But yeah, it might allow me to get most of this done from the ground level, which will be great, or from the walking level, because I'd much rather do that than keep playing with moving the scaffold, because again, for something like this, we probably have to attack it from at least 6 different spots. 4 just isn't going to work on a round structure. You know, if it was a flat 4-sided, you know, a 4-sided building, a normal building, then it might. So, let's see. Well, I guess we're moving a little quicker here, which is good, because that was my concern with the outer building. I'm like, oh my goodness, we're only 3% done, but, you know, we haven't even made it all the way around. We've added another 10% to our completion. But yeah, this one's definitely taken some work to get cleaned up. You know, and I'm pretty sure if I used soap and other things, maybe it would go a lot quicker. I don't know. But I think that you just burn through those supplies so quickly. Pedestal ramp wall. Alright, so it still considers that. Why am I not getting... I don't understand. Why is that untouched? That was really odd. Like, I had to get really close to get the right angle. What? Alidade deck? Alright, sure, we'll go with that. Alright, well, we're definitely... I need to find... I mean, I'm like right there on the pedestal wall, so I need to find... How do I get those last few pieces? So, and again, we've got the railing, which we want to get from out here, because yeah, we can kind of climb up, we can do things from the walkway. So other than, you know, I may not need the scaffolding, which would be awesome, but I don't know that that'll be the case. Yeah, the pedestal ramp wall, like, am I gonna have to get like insane amounts of stuff? Because there isn't much here, so I don't understand. Because yeah, that's the ramp itself. The only thing I'm wondering is like, yeah, are there edges up there that are considered part of the... Let me go up on the ramp. I know what I'm thinking, but it's like, yeah, are there pieces... Yeah, see, because there are pieces that are the ramp wall, and I'm thinking this might be the quickest way. Because I'm wondering if we, like, have some of the rounded edges that are considered part of the wall, but no, maybe not. I don't know. Alright, well, so much for that idea, but yeah, I just really want to get that ramp wall done. So there isn't much there, but you can see kind of that white edge. So let's see. Alright, there we go. I'm like, it shouldn't require something crazy amount of clean. Alright, but we're at 18. Every time I hit shift and run, it like locks me back again. Because sometimes, usually it's like, it used to be, it seemed. Okay, for example, we've got this Sparky in to do the rewiring. Gary. Okay. Should be a stand-up guy, right? I mean, he's rewiring an incredibly complex piece of equipment. Okay, well, doesn't mean he'd be a stand-up guy. It just might mean he's competent. There's a lot of jerks that are good at what they do, so they're not always stand-up guys. If there's one person you'd expect to hear sense from, it's him. Okay? So I'm sure he's talking about the aliens that we now know exist. He looks up at the sky and says, "Weird weather we're having, huh?" I nod and say, "Go on, Gary." Oh, I'm assuming we're going to need 3 go-ons, because that's what he just shared with us. After 3 go-ons, I hear something insane. So I'm sure that will be part of our story here. You know, and that's what makes each of these jobs worth doing one time, is you just get some interesting information. It's quite cool, honestly. Alright, pedestal, lower wall. There we go. Alright. Is the trim done? No. Okay, what do we got missing? Oh, well, I know what we got missing, because we gotta get... Will it let me get up here? Yep, because I'm like... The entrance is going to be up here, so yeah, we're going to have to get all this. I know that. This and that. We got to get this, we got to get that. But yeah, while I'm up here, I'll be closer, because this will also come off smoother than it will from, you know, being further away. I'm not sure. Like, I've missed big parts of the trim. Alright, so yes, I think we have everything there. And then it's just going to be getting all of this, all of this, all of the railing from the outside, so that when we do the other side, we'll get bling bling. Yeah, it's just, yeah, getting little pieces cleaned up. That's definitely more challenging to do. Do we need to... No, see, it's like I can't get to certain spaces. I don't understand. So I think we're in pretty good shape there, but maybe I didn't do the upper wall much. I don't understand how there's so much of it left. Because yeah, this Adelaide deck underside, like there's obviously quite a bit there. We've got a lot of railing that, again, we haven't touched. But yeah, it's interesting. There's the underside of the Adelaide. I guess it's Adelaide. I keep saying Adelaide because I think there's a town in Australia or something with that name. Alright, so the trim, I think, is just... I gotta get around by the pedestal and do stuff there. I'm thinking this will be easier from out here than right up against it. Alright, so we got the lower wall. Alright, well, I don't know. The trim doesn't have much, but there's enough. And again, there's just always stuff to clean. Man, we moved pretty quickly. Like, we were almost at 20% just being done at the bottom, and now we've only added another 8%. So this has definitely been more slow going and more of a challenge here. But yeah, enjoying, you know, the ADHD of it, right? Okay, railing pole. So are we going to have railing poles? And again, are the railings... See, I think the railing is one big railing, but I think the poles will be, obviously, their own parts. That's interesting. I am surprised that we're not getting that to go, but we're not. Alright. Maybe it's, again, up here there, it's more challenging. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is like one big railing up here. But yeah, definitely taking a bit. Alright. We got the railing, we got the pole. We'll have to come at them from both sides, like I get that. Alright, so we're just about around. And then we're over here. Alright, and then we've got a ladder that I'm sure is going to be a pain to get cleaned up, because I'm sure there's a back side, a front side, you know, all the sides. And again, we're, you know, making progress, but there's a lot of progress to be made, if you know what I mean. So, alright, well, let's see. Let's go over here. Interesting. Because, yeah, we also have the platform ramp, which we're close on, but then we have this wall, which, like I said, is going to be more challenging to get right up front. Like, I can't back much further away than this. Alright, so we got the edge cleaned of the deck. That's what that was. Alright, upper wall is clean. Now we just need this. Okay. Pedestal ramp. We're going to have all this trim that maybe it's letting us walk along here. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm guessing we just have top parts here. You would think the trim would be done, but it's not. Come on, really? Alright, now I'm trying to really look. Because it's like, what is not clean? This is crazy. Alright. Oops. Let's get up here. Now, do we have something crazy? Like, well, now I'm as low as I can be, so no, I don't think there's anything crazy there. Alright. So now we have the trim. That was the kind of the biggest part. And then, yeah, we're going to have to get this underside, which I'm sure, again, we've got large areas. Alright. Awesome. Glad that's done. And then we do need to kind of get the railings. So, yeah, it might be more difficult to get some of this. Alright, we got that. That one I think is done. That one is not. That one is not. But yeah, hopefully coming at these from the... now is this one? Nope. Alright, that one's there. That one's there. Because, yeah, I'm sure we just have to come at it from this angle. Alright, he's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. Alright. So I think we're good. But we know we do have a good amount of the railing. And I'm thinking it's just the underside that we don't have. But alright, let's, you know, or the outside. Maybe. I don't know. Can I walk along the railing? I can. Look at that. We'll do the tightrope cleaning method. Let's see. See if we can make this work. It's kind of funny and crazy at the same time. But hey, this is how Powerwash Simulator works. And so you use the mechanics available to you and use your suction cup grip feet to, you know, to get the job done, right? As you can see, like, why we're having trouble. There's a little line of dirt on top everywhere. Alright, railing pole cleaned. I don't necessarily want to... let me see that one. I don't necessarily want to go down. Come on, really? I really don't understand what is keeping that one from being complete, but it's something. There we go. I guess I went a long way around on this railing. Goodness. Because, yeah, there's just a bit now. But, yeah, we might have to go down the stairway now. Kind of do the same thing. So there we go. We've got some more there. So now we're getting to kind of where we were at. I just didn't want to jump off and then try to jump back on and not be able to make it. Intriguing. So what is missing? Am I missing an underside or something? Because now I'm wondering if that's what we've got. Do we have some underside? Yeah, we do. Alright. There we go. Alright. Thank goodness, because I'm like, this could take a while if I need to go along the whole thing again. Alright. So we'll get the outer deck, then we'll do the inner deck. Just trying to be a bit methodical so that, again, we don't have to go over the whole structure again to try to figure out what's happening. But, alright, yeah, there's some bigger. I'm like, there seems to be a lot to do, but now we've got some of these bigger areas. 37%. Whoop. Well, the railing should keep me on. I was like worried I was gonna fall off, but we do have a railing. A couple large areas, but not huge. So yeah, it's just tricky that it is always like a good amount. Yeah, there's a dynamic that you can't like do this close to your feet in Powerwash 2. I did notice that as well. Alright, so I think we've got most of that. Obviously the inner deck is the inner deck, but it looks like we're already halfway done with that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll make some progress as we go. There's a good amount there of the outer deck, so that might be what I need. So Gary goes on, of course. I'm expecting him to say something interesting about atmospherics, like how the volcano is affecting our local weather system. Alright, so there was a bunch here. There we go. He says, yeah, you noticed we're getting more clouds than normal. I nod again and say, go on, Gary. So there's our second go on. We gotta get to a third. But maybe every 20%, so maybe around 60% we hear more of the story. I don't know. Just trying to, again, slowly make progress here. Don't want to go up the wall yet. I want to get the bottom. There is Adelaide deck trim, so we do have that. Okay, I think we just got the deck trim. Obviously the inner deck goes around at the top. So we'll get all that going. And it's weird, this wall is like obviously having a problem. Alright, the vent, it doesn't like much, but don't know. We'll, I guess, worry about that when we're more focused on the wall. Right now I'm trying to get this inner deck part done. We got another ladder over here. Although, yeah, I think I did the front side and then was like, gee, how do we get more? But now I understand. We were able to get a good view into the back side of it. Alright. So the deck is clean there. And then we'll just kind of get up the side. And it says panel, so I'm assuming each one of these will bling on its own. Very interesting what it's going to take to get the ladder cleaned up. I don't know. But yeah, so panel and trim, multiple places. Not sure if at 50% we'll get any further stories about Gary. But we'll keep working at it, and we'll find out. Alright, so tower trim is cleaned. Yeah, I'm not worried about getting like too high up. Man, I don't understand how we're getting. And maybe I need to do this for this, but I think it's going to be 6 1/2 dozen of the other, because when I do this, it's probably also gonna have parts that it won't clean, and that it's gonna leave. So I don't know. Alright. Can't get the vent here either. Got the trim. Getting close to the panel. There we go. So we got a panel. I don't know if there's just 2 panels, 3 panels. Not sure what the total result is. But we do have this. We're hearing those seagulls. Yeah, and I don't think all of the Muckingham files have 3 items, but again, I think this one does because some of them were certainly simpler. Alright, well, we have at least 3 panels, if not 4, so. But we're getting close to our 50%, where we weren't sure if there'd be more story there. So, obviously we'll find out in a moment. And I think we got at least 4 panels. But we're almost at 6,900 now. Pretty much the next thing we get done will get us there. Because even the trim, I think, is $2, so if I don't get the full panel, although you would think we would, there we go, $8, so now we're past 9. Ay, alright. So again, we're like too close. But yeah, I think we started at 6,500 or so. So we've definitely made a good dent into things. Alright, little pieces there. Alright, so do we have... I know we have the vents, but I'm assuming we're gonna need to come at them from the top or something. Although, well, I can't really see there. Let's see. Am I on the rail? I don't think... Oh, now we were on the rail, but alright. So let's see. Can we get enough? No? Still not enough. Really odd. I mean, again, I know we're gonna have the bottom. Alright, there we go. So, gotta do the same thing on the other one. So, we'll hop up. Alright, so we got that. And then again, we'll come at it from the bottom, and now we've got the vent. Alright, so, oops. So now let's get this part of the ladder done. Interesting that it won't let me get all the way up there, but it's alright. Just those feet look very confusing, but the railing is done. The vent's done. Whoop, was there a panel? There was something. Might have been a piece of trim. No, it's not the vent. I saw something come up. Something blinked. Alright, well, the ladder, that I understand. We'll get up here and hopefully, again, that'll just be having that visibility. Nope, it's not enough. Interesting, so... Yeah, one would think that that would be enough, but clearly there's more involvement than one would think, so is what it is. So we have the tower, the elevation assembly base, the mount. So there's a lot. We didn't get any messages at 50%, by the way, because now we're obviously clearly past that, so yeah. 60%, I'm assuming, is kind of the next trigger point. Alright, so we got some feet. So somebody obviously has worked up here. You know, done some stuff, gotten some things, all of that. But it'll be a pretty nice thing when we are completed. Sorry, probably was a lot of clicking there. I heard the mouse. I smacked the mouse on the desk a bit as I have my little hand rest. I think I'll get this done, but again, sometimes those last little bits just take so long. But that's why I'm trying to get like everything blinged on the way, because what that will do is it will avoid those crazy delays where, yeah, we're down to like 1% and it takes forever because I kind of have everything on whatever I'm washing still to go. Alright, so we have this. Again, we've got all the ladder stuff, and now we can reach the top a little better. So that'll work. Is that another? No, it's just the hatch. Okay. Like, is that another ladder up above? But it doesn't appear to be. So yeah, that little swivel there, we can't do in Tower or Powerwash. I was going to say Tower Wash Simulator 2, but there's no such thing. There's no tower washing going on. Alright, so we're going to have the difficulty of obviously getting to all the rungs. Alright, we got that. We got that. Interesting that I can't, like, go forward. Well, it is what it is. We'll have to figure out the angle. And again, sometimes that just may be that I do have to do things on the scaffold. I don't know. I will say, it is getting to the point where it's a bit tiring. These jobs do take a lot for whatever reason. Yeah, I guess sideways is a little bit better. Alright, so we're going to have these small panels on the reflector underside, all of that. Alright, let's get that. Alright, we're getting close to, I mean, we've still got 2.5, whatever it is, %. Because I'm thinking we gotta be pretty close to 58. Like that should be, there we go. Like that should be coming at any minute. Alright. Power top trim, love it. Always having to get that is gonna be a problem. Alright. Okay, the base assembly. Alright, let me get the trim, because you know that's going to be a lot. Yeah, because it looks like we're getting like the tops of the nibs and the nubs and the whatever. Oh, we got the roof over there. Kind of forgot about that. Well, goodness. There we go. Alright, so we can't reach that. Got this side of the ladder. Alright. So that gets a good amount. Oh, we can... Interesting. We can pick up that ladder and move it. That would seem odd, but okay. Alright, so we have that. Now it's just, whoops. Now it's getting the rest, so. can't pick this up. So yeah, there's just still quite a bit, but there we go. Okay, Gary goes on. Naturally, I'm still expecting him to bring it back to rushless and weather systems. He says, and of course the river's dried up and all the cats have gone missing. Okay, well there we go. We're back to the cats. They're a big thing. They do, we do have cats in Powerwash Simulator too, so if you like cats. Wow, I think this is interesting. I've heard of deer going inland before a thunderstorm. Maybe cats are sensitive to the weather too. Alright, I say go on, Gary, a third time. So there you go. They're going right through that, and now, they will say something crazy when he comes back at 80%. Elevation assembly bearing. So again, I assume we have to be up on top there. Let's see. What do we see? Can I get... Oh, I want to be squatting, but not. So yeah, they also have a different dynamic with the squatting. Yeah, all in all, it's an intriguing setup. Some of the differences between the two, I can certainly appreciate certain things, and obviously certain other things are more like, well, it was alright the way it was, and now you've taken it away, and it's just different. It's not bad, it's just different. Alright, yeah, I'm just not sure what we have to do, if we can get to a lot of things from being down here, or, do we have to handle it a different way? So, let's see. I think we kind of got what we can do. Alright. So, can I see here on the ladder? Will it let me look down? It will. Alright, so maybe. There we go. Alright, large ladder cleaned. So it's interesting, because then in theory it's letting us take the ladder too. Now if I go here... Alright, well, we can get a different angle here. I assume I can get a different angle there. Alright, well, let's get up here and get the large areas we can do done, because again, those will move things along. Oh goodness, we still have a whole disc up there. Wow. Well, now we understand why there's a lot to clean, right? But again, I'm sure the small panels are internal. The large panels are the outside edge. I'm sure there's the other side of the hatch that's involved. But yeah, get those. So I'm just trying to, again, kind of get pieces taken care of that will allow us to get some credit. But we'll be coming up on 7,000. Which I assume we will certainly easily get to, but I don't know. Whoops. My favorite. Hit the wrong button, do the stoppage, all of that. Alright. Feed horn, I think is what it said. Alright, so again, we'll get up to the panel. Yeah, we're not really getting surface trim. All of that isn't working quite the way we'd like. 65. Alright, so get over there. So let's see, because yeah, this is all part of hatch. Hatch hinge. Alright, that is clean. So yeah, the question is it... No, each panel is its own thing. Finally got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing there's 8. 6, 7, and then yes, I think we have this one, which I'm a bit unsure of. Maybe here? Yeah, there we go, that should do it. Alright, oh, that one's not done either. Now it is. Okay. So we have that, and then we'll see what we can get with these. Yeah, I'm just looking at this feed horn. But it might honestly just be hop up here, if I can. And, there we go. So we can get on top. There we go. Feed horn clean. Alright, and then we're gonna have the struts and all that. I don't think this layer's gonna get us, like getting the panels done here, I don't think will be enough to get us to 80. Should put us into the 70s for sure, but I don't think these are that big. Especially since we didn't do the underside, I don't think. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Goodness. Alright, well, we got the trim. So yeah, I don't know if the best thing is try to get as far as I can from the inside here and go from there, or what. And then, you know, do the outer edge at the end. Maybe that makes the most sense. That's the receiver support. Alright. But again, I don't want to go up too high because I can't get a great angle after a certain point, and I'm not being very effective. So I'm getting to that point where I've been talking so much that it's definitely impacting my throat hydration. Yeah, I just try to do it because otherwise it's too easy to like miss something on an edit to cut out and whatever. But you know, and that takes longer and all this. But yeah, this is obviously going to be a bit of a lengthy job, and I'm sure the solar thing is going to take a while too. So we'll see. All right, so we've got this side of the hatch. The hatch frame. We got a good portion there. Again, we're able to get a little higher here just because of where we're at. Having to go under the hatch. But I'm sure now we can go and get that edge. Alright. Because yes, I'm sure I'm going to be chasing pieces of each panel again. Just desperately trying to make it all come together. There we go, 75. The all elusive 3/4 point. Alright. So we're almost around. Which is crazy, but yeah, like I said, we're not going to get to 80, but we'll get well into the 70s, which we did. I would expect 77 or 78. Maybe it'll stay on 76, I don't know. Looks like it will. Alright, so that's all of that, and now we'll go up here and we'll see if we can get these panels to pop, but there's just a lot of pieces to be cleaned, it looks like, which is a scary thing, because it doesn't look like there's that much here. So it'd be nice to be like, oh yeah, it just, we get this done and it pops, and maybe it will. There we go. Alright, so that panel, the surface trim. Okay, so we've got those two done. Now we're at 77. Alright, and again, hopefully this will go relatively quickly now. Just trying to get a little bit up these arms. Interesting how we get up to certain points, but we'll figure that out when we need to figure it out. Right now we're looking forward to 80% so that we can hear Gary's crazy after the third go on. And I wonder if that will become a theme now with all of them, where it'll be someone's go on. But it might just be this one. Don't know. Alright. So the good news is, at least, yes, we've gotten plenty of the bottom that these are starting now to pop off pretty quickly. I mean, the bad news is, obviously, we're not getting a large percentage of cleaning, because now we just have the outer edges of these reflector surfaces. Alright, 7,100 already, but yeah, we have not gone to 79% yet. So we're kind of at a slow down point again, where we're just trying to tidy up pieces and get paid for finishing them. Again, I just kind of missed it. I think I'm getting $10 for each of these panels. Just a couple more. I'm surprised. Wow, it didn't feel like we went around that far, but I guess clearly we did. Yeah, I think we're getting $10 for each panel. So, yeah, we'll likely be trying some more truck routes. Alright, so we have 79. Alright, well, let me figure out why the hatch isn't finishing up. Because, yeah, in general, we've got a few... Alright, maybe it's just the end. No, it's more than that. So what have we got that is not... I mean, is it not clean underneath? Let's see. No, it's clean underneath. Oh, I see. Some up there. So maybe that. Maybe more. It's always annoying when you can't, like, see the dirt. Like, what do you clean then? I mean, it makes it seem like there's some big part missing. Alright, well, I'm guessing then we have to hop up. Yep, now I see it. We have to hop up there somehow. There we go. There we go. Alright. Now we have the ladder. I thought we had the ladder already, but oh, maybe we do. Alright. So can I grab the ladder? Because I thought it let me. Because, yeah, how do we deal with this? The sub-reflector, and then, because, yeah, I don't know how, maybe we just walk up one of the arms, maybe that's how this works, so, and I'm guessing, again, to get the whole sub-reflector. Alright, Gary says, it is all aliens. They're using our water to create clouds to disguise their activity, which is to steal all our natural resources. The cats are their recon units, and they're currently reporting back on dissenters. Guess who I heard this from? The mayor himself. We're days away from an invasion, mark my words. Well, and he wasn't crazy. That's kind of what happened. I mean, I don't know if the cats were spies, but, like, obviously, yeah, stuff, the aliens were there. So, it's a bit interesting. Right, so, yeah, now we just need to get these arms done, and then I'm sure there will be other parts, but yeah, alright. So, we'll just keep working our way around, try to get these established. Because obviously the support is, you know, a problem, but we'll deal with it when we get up there. Okay, so we did most of this. Like, yeah, I forgot to do the other side of these. Silly me. Alright, so we have that. We have the underside, so I may need to make a few more trips around. Because, yeah, I just completely forgot to turn around and do the back side on some of these. Alright, that one's pretty solid. It's decent up there, but again, we didn't get the back. And then hopefully as we get the top, we'll be good. What about here? Alright, a little bit underneath. We got that, but we didn't get this side again. Crazy. Just crazy. Alright, and then yes, the hatch frame somewhere is missing something. Alright, so let's see. Can I get on here? We can't. Whoa, whoa. Ah. Alright, let's just walk and not spray at the same time. Kind of like walking and chewing gum, right? Alright, well, I'm gonna... I'm not, I guess. I'm like, I'll get up on top, but clearly I won't. Alright, now we will. Alright, So we've got this receiver-y thing. That's like another receiver, I guess. I don't know. Or is this whole thing the receiver? Maybe. Man, the birds are loud in this thing, I will tell you that. The little vultures out in the world. Alright. Yeah, it's calling all of that, I think, a receiver. But we'll get around on the arms here. Alright. So, we'll go there. Alright, so let's get down here. Again, get there, and then hopefully we'll get most of that piece. So yeah, challenges for sure. Yeah, it's like calling that whole thing the receiver. Alright, let's see how much we can get underneath. Alright, whoops. So we got a lot of stuff there. Alright, a lot of good receiver supports. Okay. Now, I guess let me go down. Okay, because yeah, it calls that whole thing on the bottom the receiver. God, I think this is all part of the receiver. Alright, so can I stand now? Yes. And we just need to get the sub-reflector. Hopefully it'll ding soon. Alright, so we got that. What are we missing? Oh, okay. I see a bit over there. How do I get the angle that I need to see what I need to clean it? Huh. Can't do that. What about... oh boy. Alright, receiver is cleaned. So are we good? I guess we're good up here. So we'll go down there. We have the sub-reflector. I'm guessing I've got to do, again, I think we're okay up here. So let's go down here. Whoop. Alright. Not sure what we have on the hatch frame, but I'm guessing it's... Oh, I see. So... can I get over there? Yeah. Alright, so now we need all this underside. So we've got an underside small panel, and we might have no choice but to do the other panels from the scaffolding. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Because, yeah, I can't get much further than that. Yeah, the ladder's good. Alright, let me get over there. But yeah, we're not able to get the outer rim, per se. $84. Yeah, there's definitely a lot going on. Yeah, let me get as much of this as we can get. Because that would all be good. And it's like it's letting me get to that one area, but not much more. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out how we do those center portions too. That'll be interesting. Alright, now the question is this like underside? See, I don't know if it's the same trim. That's what I'm unclear about. Alright, so I think we got that small panel. Alright, and then we got that and that. Again, we're trying to get stuff here. And along these arms, but I'm thinking the trim just goes out to the outer edge, so hopefully once we start clearing some of that out, we'll be good. Alright, so we got that. We got that trim. Got a lot of this. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm thinking it'll be challenging for some of the other stuff, but we'll see what we can do with the scaffolding or what I can do with the ladder. We obviously have the roof over there. Alright, so if I go down here... Yeah, I swore it was like letting me pick up the ladder. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it was somewhere else. Alright, so I think we need to now go and, again, we can get on the, can we get on the roof? Probably not. Yeah. Not from there. I saw the scaffolding, but is there a ladder? Or do I need to go pick something up over there? I don't know. I guess I can just get up there with the scaffolding. So we'll do that. Put it over there. Climb up, jump over, get that done. Whoops. Guess I'm not as close as I thought I was. So we'll try this. Ah! It was too fast. Okay. It will not let me go through that bar, which I find really interesting, because some of the things are just... Ah! I think I'm hitting the ceiling, so let's go up higher, I guess. If nothing else, I guess I can get the scaffolding closer, but hopefully There we go. Alright. So now we're gonna have to do this. Again, is this gonna get me to 90%? I doubt it. Might not even get me to 89, but we're gonna try. So we've got the control room roof. Alright, so did not get to 89. Alright, so now we're gonna pick this up and we're gonna rotate it that way. And we'll put it down and we'll see when I put it this close, what does that do for me? So yeah, there's nothing here. All of this is good. I'm pretty sure I just need the upper parts. Oh, did I see something? Problem is it might have been like that, the elevation drive and whatever, but yeah, because I don't know that I can get much closer. Because the pedestal stands out. I mean, I can get a little closer in different places, but alright. So now we're gonna try this. Wow, that still doesn't get me the hatch, which is crazy, but alright. So this, yeah, this is the top, so this is as far as we can go. So if I can't get the panel clean here and the trim and all that, we're gonna have a problem. But hopefully it'll work, and you know, it'll just take a bit because we're gonna have to move around, I'm sure, a few times here and there. So let's see if I go all the way over here. Do I have enough? Not quite yet. Crazy. Alright, what am I not getting? Is there some edge? Oh boy, there is. So the question is, now it's almost not working, but maybe again we have to move a little further out, but we'll see. So this is what I'm worried about, is like we've got such edge cases here. Wow. Like, yeah, I can't see any spot that really isn't clean. Oh boy, this is a lot. Okay. Alright, so if I... Why is it not? Really? You're not gonna let me pick this up? Why? Why can I not put this down? Is that better? Yeah, okay. Because what I need to see now is, from the level I was at, can I hit the trim? Yeah, we kind of can, so I think we'll be okay. Alright, so let's see. If I do this. Alright, so we got the underside trim, and then again, it's going to be a matter of, can I get everything I need? And now I'm too far over for that piece, but anyway, let's get what we can here. It looks like Like, I can certainly do stuff, it's just... Alright, so we got the large panel cleared. See, but now I'm... if I get a little closer, will it be enough? No, of course not. Ay, ay, ay. This is the part that's gonna drive me bonkers. Because we're basically gonna be dealing with... Yeah, I think we're alright. So I got a little bit closer, but not much. I rotated a bit. Alright, we just have to go to the top. There's really nothing to do any lower. Unbelievable. So yeah, I'm gonna have to play around over there. Alright, so let's get over here. See what we can do in these spaces. But yeah, I'm unable to reach those. Yeah. Alright. Go there. I can't look up is the problem. So it's kind of annoying, frankly. Because, yeah, like right now, I don't know that I have enough room. Alright, we're at 92%. Amazing how difficult it's making this. I don't know what else to say other than that. Wow. Seriously? So somewhere, and again, it could be the inside that we're missing. Yeah, see, I can't get there. And now I'm again, I think, too close to get the edge panel. So, yeah, there's just a lot of, like, fine-tuning that's going to be going on, which is crazy. Alright, so let's take this. We're going to move it over here. We're going to rotate it that way, and we're going to get it as close as we can there, and hopefully I can get some of the interior stuff this way. But let's get up top. Trying to go quickly, but not like fall. See, so the question is, can I get... Oh, come on, really? Because if I can't reach... Alright, that is ridiculous. Because again, we're now too close to get to the edge, but we'll do what we can to get a large portion of the panel. And the only thing I can try is maybe with the straight on thing, I can get a little bit longer reach. So maybe I'll try that. Alright, thank goodness we got that one complete. Alright, so if I go to... What's the turbo? Alright. No, I can't go any further with that, so... Alright, so that does not help. Yeah, I can't get there. And I know I can't get it from there. Let me just check. Because I swore it let me... I thought it let me grab this ladder. Maybe not. I don't understand, because I swore there was something it let me touch and pick up. Because, yeah, that's... See? Like, now it's saying pick up and place equipment. But is it just this equipment? It is. Okay, well, that's goofy. Alright, well, let me go over there and see what we can get from over here. Because, yeah, now I'm trying to figure out how do I get the middle parts complete. Because those are definitely more... Come on. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have unlocked. Alright, let me just do that, because clearly this is causing a bigger problem. Come on, really? I cannot reach certain aspects. And yes, I knew I moved this a lot, so I'm not surprised I can't get to a whole lot here. But, or that I've skipped like a whole lot, I should say, either. We'll go to the other side, but let's get what we can. As you can see, it basically like creates this ridge that I just can't get to. And well, I guess I can go over a little more here. That will help. So, we'll see. We'll see what it allows, but not much more, obviously. Because yes, I'm sure it's like a circle or a radius that I can reach, and that's it. Alright, now if I go to the other side, what can I do over here? Crazy. Alright, so again, I'm too close where I can't get to the outer edge. I mean, I can get to the outer edge in this particular space a little bit better, but it's still not great. Yeah, it's a very limited access. Alright. Alright, so what do I want to do? I guess we want to move back. Alright, we're going to try that, because I think at this point, you know, again, being closer to the outer edge, trying to get all that will work nicely. Alright, that gets me to the top. Man, I'm still not... I don't know that I'm where I really need to be either. Wow. I didn't think I was that close. Yep, it's not going to let me reach that, so... Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. Alright. Get way over here. This is the farthest I can get. I don't understand. Unbelievable. Why not? Because of the stupid rock? I mean, this is just excruciating at this point. So yeah, this is where some of these are just... Oh, come on. So it's basically the same position I was in. So I'm not even gonna waste my time. Alright, so if I go over here and pull... Okay, so it's not blocking me with the rock, which is interesting. Just not clear where the positioning of this needs to be. Because now I'm guessing I'm even further away. Yep. Oh my god. Wow. Because the problem is, like, now the dish is... Like, it's turned. I mean, it's almost like, can I rotate it? But I'm sure I cannot. Oh my golly. Alright. Let's pick it up. Head on over here. And let's just go get what we can get done. Again, I'm sure I'll get to 99%, and then it will be another hour and a half to finish. I may terminate this at some point here, and yeah, like now I can get this, at least, some of it. Good news is, yes, this isn't too terrible of a spot. Get a little bit over. Probably not going to be quite enough to get what I need. Alright, but at least I can get to the edge too, which is good, because hopefully this panel can be taken care of then, is my hope. Might be wishful thinking, but it is my hope. So now I'll go over here. Yeah, that gets me closer there. Alright, so we got the trim. Alright, and we got the underside there. I think that, no, that one's still got some, oh, I see. Can I get that? Alright, cool. So we got that one. That one obviously not. Just how do I get those stupid things? And again, here I can move a good amount closer. So maybe that'll be enough to get certain things, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and move this back over here. Alright, so I'm hoping that's enough to get this panel done and the trim or whatever's left over here. Oh boy. I guess we'll see. Alright, there's letting me... And again, I can get closer. Oh, come on. Really? You're not... Okay. Thank God. Alright. What do I do for that? Okay. So, I have this. That one somehow is not. I don't know what, and maybe again it's the stuff down there. Alright, so let's see if I go here. Can I get this? Can I get to the trim a little bit? But not a lot. Alright. So now we're just basically gonna go up against this. And we're gonna go as close as we can here. Alright, we just have... It's tricky. Alright, well, I'm right in line with the edge of that. And it's just the question of, can I do the same thing on the other side if this works? Because in theory, it's kind of a squarish area, but yes, we're at the 99%. But is this gonna let me get close enough? Because I still can't get up. Which I don't understand, because I'm pretty sure I can't stand there. And I don't think I can see it from the ladder. But yes, this assembly, like, yeah, there's nothing I'm seeing here that I can get. And the sad thing is, I thought there were some... Alright, the trim there is good. But the trim here, like, something is still off. And I don't know what it is. Clearly I'm hitting everything here. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so at this point we need to get this to the total other side. So we're gonna want it that way. See, but like here, like I'm gonna see... maybe. Alright. Because I'm like, here I can get closer because I'm not outside the pedestal range with the ramp, which I was on the other side. Alright, let me get over there. Ah. Come on. Alright, maybe I have to come at it from one level up. So we'll see what it says. So yeah, I think that went ahead. So yeah, some of these were that, but yeah, like if I can't get that centerpiece, alright, well, I guess I am, but man, this is tricky for sure. But yeah, I can see very little of this. So we're gonna try this, because at this point I in essence have to do this from the ladder. I don't know how, but that's basically what I'm getting. But the piece I don't get is, like, if I can't see... Right. Let me see if I can do something. Doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah, I can't walk up here. Like, that's what I almost need to do, is like squeeze my way in there. And it's just not letting me do that. And I don't understand on the hatch either what the remaining area. Okay, that's gotta be it. Alright, thank goodness. Alright, so we have that. And then again, like, I can kind of get to certain areas, but I can't get to others. And I can... I don't... Oh, you know what? What if I use an extension? Maybe. But I don't know that I can see... Can I see those parts? I mean, I kinda can, but like if I go here and then I do long extension, like, how do I do the other side of certain... Alright, what have I got? Extensions, short, long, extra long. Okay. And then those are just cleaning solutions, so those aren't gonna do anything. Alright, there's no 4, there's no 5. But yeah, if I can't move the ladder... am I using? No, I'm using... Here, okay. So now let's see, if I hop over here... Alright. So if I go over here, do I get anything... Because, like, obviously this will let me reach a little bit further. Alright. So I guess that's the magic. And then if we go on this side... Still not seeing what I need to see, though. Ow. Alright. Because, yeah, hitting tab, I'm getting nothing. The elevation drive has some other stuff. So, a bit of progress, not a lot. But, alright, and that might be what we need then to do this. So we'll put that over there. Sure, we'll try that. I don't know, let me look where I'm really at. No, where I want to go. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah. That puts us right underneath. That should hopefully then give us just enough with the tipped dish. Oh. See that? I'm like, is that one not done either? No, the pedestal upper wall's okay. Right. So we're getting a few things here and there, but... Alright, so let's, alright, we got the underside cleansed. And now we'll get this, and hopefully we'll be good. Kind of as far as I can be on that thing. Alright, so we got that. Then we got the reflector mount. Alright, we got the bearing. So what else? The elevation drive. Again, I can get things at a different angle here. Alright, so we got, alright, I think, no, there's still something. Reflector, okay, underside trim, that's just the trim over there. Alright, and then let's see what we can do with this panel. Do we get enough of a range? Because, yeah, I am as far as I can be there. Man, it is not going to give it to me, is it? There we go. Alright. Now what have we got? So the trim there is good. This trim is supposedly not good. Alright, so we have to move over there. Right. So am I good? Maybe a little bit more. Put it like over there. Does that work? No. So we're gonna want to pick this up and put it maybe over there. Alright, and then that should hopefully get us the last panels. And then I think we just have trim left, so we're close. Alright. So let's turn this. But yeah, this was what I couldn't get, and the extension helps there. Alright. So that trim is okay, this trim is not. Alright, that trim now is good. That trim appears good. Let's look at our menu. Alright, control door frame. Right, and we have one thing of trim. Is it this one? No. I'm confused. Which one is it? Or is that a different... Oh, that's control room trims. Let's see. Pedestal door handle. Reflector underside trims and surface trims. Okay. Alright, so it's that one. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so let's see if we can get to it from the ladder and from here with the extension. Alright, so that's that, and then there was a reflector surface trim, so I need to go on the ladder here, and somewhere here, maybe there. Alright, so there's that, and then we have control room trims, and pedestal door handle. That's easy enough. So that'll be this, I assume. Okay, what is... I don't understand. Alright. And then control room door frame, which is where... Oh, that's here. This is the... Okay, so control room door frame and trims. So let's go to the trims, because then we're not guessing which one it is. Alright, not this one. This one. I think I see it. There we go. Alright. And then the door frame. Just hard to tell in the sun. And I jump on my van, because it's probably up here. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we have that cleaned. That's insane. Again, I don't know if the solar station will be smaller or not. But at this point, yeah, just under 2 hours. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please consider that. And I will see you next time.